Hey, it's Nik and Adinah, and we're coming together today with a video. Hey,
what you doing here? I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Right,
Yeah.
right beside you.
Yes.
We're coming together with a video, and this is a mind of a man.
Oh, okay. We haven't done one of those in a while.
Yeah, we haven't done one in a bit.
Okay.
And this one, I guess we've done a mind of a man on this particular couple before, on this particular situation. But I wanted to ask you about couples goals.
Okay.
That is a term that is used a lot. And what are your thoughts about the term couples goals?
Or hashtag.
Yeah.
Couples goals. Well, I think, first of all, goals across the board are important. Okay?
Important, yeah.
So, you need to have something to, measure, your progress, something to shoot for. So I think as a whole, goals are extremely important. Now, when you talk about couples goals, I would assume that those couple goals just be, what you desire to be as a unit moving forward, whether it is financial, whether it is geographic, as far as like, hey, where you want to live, number of kids, so, fitness, whatever. Those are just goals that you have to have. I think sometimes goals, I think the danger sometimes with goals is that when you desire to be maybe somebody else, you can use them for inspiration, but don't know that everybody's situation is different. And so, you might see, let's say the Joneses, right? The Joneses might have some goals, and just understanding that what they're able to shoot for should not make or break what you can do or make you feel bad about it. So, for instance, if you have a situation where you see that some individuals are, it's almost like, like especially like on Instagram and stuff like that, where people like take all these pictures and you tend to see what people are doing, and you kind of get caught up in that. Like, okay, well, you start to have maybe regret or FOMO around things that other individuals are doing.
Yeah.
But everybody's journey is different. So, I think the biggest thing when it comes to couples goals is that you just have a strong understanding of your current, a baseline on where you and your spouse is. And then, okay, what can we do together that's not detrimental to our relationship? And first of all, those goals have to be mutually agreed upon also. Mm-hmm. I can't have a goal to live in Florida and my wife have a goal to live in California. Both of them ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. So you have to both agree to those goals and move forward toward them.
Well, and I think I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to home as far as a lot of people are saying couples goals, as far as Russell and Sierra, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Megan Good and Devon Franklin. Mm-hmm. That's his name, right? Mm-hmm. But and now they're divorcing, and we talked about her before as far as some church hurt. Mm-hmm. And we did a mind of a man on that before. So, and here's my thing when I think about couples goals. And I've said this time and time again. I have the best house, the best car, the best husband, the best children, the best family, the best everything for me. Right. So I've never looked at another person and tried to compare myself or say, oh, I want that or blah, blah, blah. I have looked at couples and say, oh, that's a beautiful couple. Just like Devon and Megan. I thought they found their person. They traveled around. They did the book, the wait. They waited until they got married to consummate their relationship. And I thought that was special, but I never saw anyone as couples gold. And now I think a lot of people feel bamboozled because now they're getting a divorce. And for me, divorce and breakups have always been like a tough time for me. Even when I was younger, I would talk to a person and ghost them and be done with them. I'm like, I'm not talking to you anymore. Or break up, so to speak, with a person. And it just never hurt me as much as it was with the couples that seemed like they had it together. So I'm like, don't look at another couple and feel like, oh, they have it together and that's couples goals. Look at them and say, they're beautiful, they're nice. So what are your thoughts about like the couples goals?
First of all, the suckers that you broke up with before me was necessary for you to get to me, so don't feel bad about that. Suckers. They were suckers, don't you know? But as far as when it comes to like all those individuals, I think of it more or less, as inspiration, not imitation. You know,
Okay, I see.
as far as, you know, you can see some individuals and they might be going on trips and stuff like, man, I've always said this, what one man can do, I can do, or what another man can do, I can do. So, and as a couple, if I see them doing it, I'm like, man, I'm going to be happy for you and you're going to inspire me like, man, you know what? I can do things like that. But it doesn't mean I have to try to imitate you.
Yeah.
You know, you might be able to spend 10 days in the Maldives. I might have to do 3 days at Daytona, you know, you know, but that's me. That's my goal. And that's just kind of how I am. So that is might be the perfect trip for us with where we are,
right.
You know, so I think just really being inspired by that. But as far as like feeling like, you know, getting bamboozled, like kind of going on the, or you may mention as far as like the people with like Megan Good and stuff like that. Marriage ain't easy, you know? So I don't think individuals, for the most part, going to marriage, it's like, hey, you know what? I desire to get a divorce.
Yeah.
You know, it's just things happen, things fall apart. And, you know, sometimes what happens is that somehow along the way, you know, they drifted. And that's just it, you know. And the goal is, unfortunately, some people are only, the closest that they get is on their wedding day. They don't every day move closer to each other. It's like they're at the altar and they get married, and then it's like over time they just drift apart.
Yeah.
But you have to try to stay there and keep walking with them. And unfortunately, that happened to them. But I don't think, you know, feeling bamboozled or whatever should be anybody's thought. You know, it's a brokenness, and you've talked about it a lot. You know, individuals are broken, and especially when you're in, you know, the eye of the public, you know, those things are not going to be easy.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so for you to have to, you know, share that, you know, it was a failure in that area, it's hard, especially when we talk about, you know, they have professed their faith in God. I can't say that they're not. So it's not only, you know, having to deal with that, it's also having to deal with the broken covenant with God. So, you know, so it's a lot of things that's going on there. So as far as couples goals, have them, because we talk about goals, how it's important to have 1 year, 5 year, 10 year goals, because it shows that you see yourself with that person in 1 year, 5 year, and 10 years. So it's important. But at the same time, what you want to do is not try to emulate anybody. You can look for inspiration, but don't try to, you know, get into imitation when it comes to that.
How'd you get so much wisdom?
Gray hairs? I don't know. That's what the Bible says. Gray hair is a crown of wisdom or something like that. In Proverbs, I know it says. I don't know. But that's it. So, yeah, you know, hey, whatever goals y'all make, hey, I'm praying you get them. You know, just keep in mind and make sure that there are the goals for you, not based on nobody else, no matter what nobody else is doing.
So you're saying it should be couples inspiration, # couples inspiration, and not necessarily couples goals? Because, I mean, you never know what is going on in a person's relationship. It could look beautiful on the outside, and as you said, they could be drifting apart. They could not be compatible. They could, you know, be some pain there. I think it's always important for couples to strengthen their relationship and to get closer together and to always work on the relationship. Because I was thinking, I mean, when we got together, you were 21. I mean, and clearly you're not 21 anymore. But it's like we've grown closer together so much so that it seems like you can just read my mind sometimes.
You can read mine too.
Yeah, just on one subject.
One is better than none.
So you're gonna end this one?
We can end this one. Yeah. We want to thank you all for tuning in here. Like I said before, we hope that you all make your goals and that you achieve them, whether they be, short term or long term. This is Nik and Adinah Johnson. We ask that if you have not, that you would like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Share it on your social media. Please go through, our videos. If you know anyone who's going through anything in their relationships, we have several topics that we address here. Whether it's dealing with in-laws or communication or whatever. Grab a link and share with them. We would appreciate it. Also, share us on your social medias as well. So this is Nik and Adinah Johnson. As always, we ask you would take care of yourself and to keep loving one another. Take care.